Hi there, I'm Andy,
And I'm Ryan.
and we're with the Youngmark Group. And today we're going to be talking about how to get your offer accepted. The market right now is very competitive, as you probably know, and there's a lot more buyers out there than homes. So you really need to stand out. So the first thing is make an aggressive offer from the start. A lot of buyers make the mistake of thinking, hey, I'm going to write this offer up, I'm going to leave some room in for negotiation. The problem is you might not get a second chance. So you want to make an aggressive offer from the start. We're not saying overpay, but you want to be aggressive from the start because you might not get a second chance. Going with that too, if there's counter offers and if there's multiple offers out there, you need to do a little intel and have your agent find out kind of where those other offers are if you can.
Another thing too is submitting your offer with a complete package in one single PDF. I'm sure Andy knows when you get an email or an offer from an agent and you get a million attachments to it, it's really hard to find what you need and it's confusing. So we always get to know our clients really well, do a nice cover letter and show why they would be a good fit for the house, attach it in one clean offer, one single PDF, and submit that to the selling agent. That always goes a long way, and sometimes you might even get a call back if the deal falls through because of the way you initially presented your offer. So that's very important too.
Absolutely, I can totally attest to that. Another thing is being fully approved, not just pre-approved. So we want you to actually go through the underwriting process ahead of time, so when you make your offer, you can say you're fully approved. And the beauty of that is that when we go to the other agent and submit the offer, we can tell them, hey, they're already good. We know the loan's not going to fall out because they didn't check something or they didn't do this or that. So you want to be fully approved. Other part with that is that you can actually close sooner. So if the house is vacant or the seller has a situation where they need to get out sooner, you can close in 10 or 17 days instead of 30 to 45 days, which a lot of lenders are doing.
Exactly, and coinciding with the loan too, is since we're dealing in multiple offer situations, the house can get bid up $5, $10, maybe even $20,000 over asking price. And sometimes it might not appraise at that value. So if you have money, extra money that you're willing to spend out of pocket and you like the house enough, sometimes removing your appraisal contingency and paying the difference of the appraised value as opposed to what you offered may be a better way to get your offer accepted too. This goes a long way because it shows you're dedicated and you really want the house and you're willing to pay the money out of pocket to make up the difference of the appraised value. So another tactic you can use to get your offer accepted.
Absolutely. And sometimes if you put enough down anyways, it doesn't matter. Another thing is too, we're not saying overpay for the property if it's removing your appraisal contingency. And just sometimes appraisers haven't caught up to where the market is, because there's multiple offers and the values are going up.
Exactly.
And so another thing too is you want to find out what the seller's hot buttons are. So that's really important. So not that you want to give into the seller or give everything they want. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is you want to find out what the seller is important to them, because a lot of times they might need a rent back to where the seller stays in the property a little longer. And here's the thing, you're not going to have your first mortgage payment for 30 days at least, maybe up to like 50 something days. So with that being said, it's might be a good idea to give them a couple weeks, even up to a month, for a free rent back, because it's a great way to make your offer stand out, and you might win the deal just because of that. We've had that happen a couple times recently.
Absolutely.
And another thing with that too is you want to find out if the seller wants a short escrow, do they want a long escrow? All those little things can really make a big difference when you make your offer.
Absolutely. And 2020 has been an interesting year for a lot of people. Some people are having it harder than others, so we want to help out any way we can. So until the end of 2020, Andy and I are willing to cover the cost of the home warranty for all of our buyers that we work with. So this will cover some common issues that happen in your house in the first year of purchasing it, and we're willing to pick up that cost for you just to help out. It could be a $500 to maybe $600 value, and if we remove that, that's one less thing the seller has to pay for. So obviously that's going to look better in the eyes of a selling agent and the seller. So it's one little thing we can do to make your offer more attractive as well. We're happy to do it this year.
Absolutely, and we look forward to working with you and helping you close and get your house in 2020. Thanks
Absolutely.
again.